Hi, it's Real Wild the Honey Badger here. Got a new product that we got coming out that I've been teasing a lot on Facebook and stuff that I think will be really, really impressive. We did a lot of brainstorming, a lot of thinking. The ATA, we discussed doing a trigger type honey badger claw. And I kind of sat down and talked to them, and my thoughts were, let's do something a little different. There's a lot of different triggers out there, a lot of everything else. Let's do something that hasn't been done before. And so I did a lot of brainstorming on let's fix a problem that archers have and see if we can help them get better and make it better overall. So when I came up with my idea, the biggest problem I have with my back tension is when I get strong and aggressive when I'm in a tournament and nervous, this finger right here will get tighter, which in turn with most back tensions will roll this way and you can't get them to go off. So you hold longer, your shot deteriorates, a lot of problems can occur from this. So when we went to the ATA, I sat down with Mark, the guy from TruBall that does all their releases, and we discussed coming up with a way for a release to work that the index finger has zero bearing on it, but still work like a back tension. To me, that is the biggest part of finding something that would help us out. As a back tension, you know, you have that fight that you're drawing, but you got to keep this from going like this, and it's got to, so this finger's got to come straight, because if you just yank it, it's not going to go. So I gave Mark the suggestion, and we talked a lot about it. He was really excited. He ran over to Greg Summers and said, hey, we have this idea. I think Real's on to something really good. And Greg really agreed, and we kind of ran from it from there. And about 2 weeks ago, Mark called me and said, hey, I have your release done. And I'm like, I'm amazed, because I figured I'd fly back there, we'd do some work on it, you know, talk about it a lot back and forth on some pictures. But when he left the ATA, he had in mind what he wanted to accomplish, and it turned out better than I could ever imagine. So the new release is going to be the HBX, and its features are pretty cool. It actually eliminates this finger as a back tension, because what it does is it pivots on this piece right here, and so as you draw the bow back and you put the pressure and you pull, it opens up, releasing the sear to let the gate open and letting the string come out, which is ideally what a guy wants. So when he gets into pressure, if he squeezes tighter and pulls tighter, it's still going to go off, and it's going to open that gate up and get it to go off. So I've shot it a lot. We've done about 3 prototypes. I think that it just gets better and better with everything we do to it and the things we look at it. We're looking at a release date of July 26th for the World Championships in Denmark. Make it a big push and a big thing going on. I truly think that this will help a lot of archers. I think it's one of the neatest things that's come out in archery. You can also, on it, it has spring adjustment here. So if a guy likes to feel a little movement in it, he can have a softer spring, a stiffer spring. Right here, there's adjustments. It's a half moon like we have in all of our back tensions. This one works on kind of a teeter-totter. You loosen one and then tighten the other to make it move. And it has some pretty good adjustment in it there. All in all, you'll draw it back just like a back tension. You don't want to put your pressure here, it's going to trigger it. So you draw it back safely, get into it, and then just pull and it'll go off. So to me, it actually is a true back tension versus something we have to relax or something we have to do. This gives you the availability to get into it, get into a strong shot, and just execute. Having shot it for about a week, I came up with the idea that if we put a kind of a trigger shoe on it to move it back, like I said, we've been through, this is our 3rd rendition of where we're at right now. If we put a trigger on it, a guy could pull, and it would also pull and open it up just like as if he was pulling hard with a button. But you still would have to be safe and draw it back without putting your pressure on it. But once you got into it, you could lay your finger on the trigger and then just pull like you do with anything else, and it would open up the gates. It's a little different rendition. This is going to be probably one of the final versions. The trigger can come out. You can put the regular post in it like I have on this one, so that you have that like a regular back tension. This may be an option. I'm not sure how they're going to market it, if it's going to come out with this with it or without it. But like I said, all in all, this should be the neatest, newest thing to come out in releases in a long time. I mean, we look back, it's been, what, 30, 40 years ago since Mel Stanislavski built the first Stanislavski hinge, and other hinges were built before that, and nothing has really come out that has fixed the back tension to allow you to just draw the bow and make it go off, which in turn is true back tension. We all get taught we want to pull through the shot, and this allows us to get on and just be aggressive and pull through the shots. So I hope you get a chance to check it out. Like I said, it won't be out till July 26th. TruBall's growing at an amazing rate. Everything's backed up machine-wise. And so make sure and keep everybody interested. We'll keep posting and letting everybody know how it's shooting through the year. And thanks again for all your support. Make sure and tune into our YouTube channel.